So I stumbled across this group. They're called the Resistance Movement. Now, they're not the resistance movement, the political resistance movement. The resistance against Trump. They're not the resistance movement from Star Wars movies, which is stupid. But anyways, this is on their website, prepareforchange.net, and I'll post the link. Imagine this is your first... Imagine you just stumble across this website. No, better yet, imagine a friend that you really trust. You trust their judgment. You think, this person has their stuff together. And they say, you know what? Blank. You know what, Dead Rabbit listener? Check out this website, prepareforchange.net. And you go to this website, and there's a picture that says the new Atlantis. And you're like, okay. And this is the first paragraph you read. The main body of the resistance movement came to Earth from Planet X with the aid of teleportation chambers in December 1999. They have settled down in underground bases that were emptied before in severe battles between the Dark Forces and the remnants of Agartha Kingdom and the so-called organization. The organization was a forerunner for the resistance movement and was a leading resisting force against the Dark Ones throughout the human history. Between 1975 and 1999, they had their main command center about 1,000 feet below the underground railway system of New York. When the weakened forces of the organization were refreshed with members of the resistance movement, they renewed together many underground dwellings and moved their main command center to a new location. And the article goes on from there. So, there is a pull, there is a draw to living in a sci-fi universe. There is a draw to feel like there is a secret war going on that the world's not aware of, that one day you are woken up to that secret war. You are one of the few people who have that sacred information that the rest of the sheeple don't understand. But you do. And you know that when the time comes, two things are going to happen. One, you're going to know what's going on. You're going to know how to help the people close to you, and you're going to know how to help that cute girl that you've always had a crush on. You're going to be able to save her life, and she'll reward you. Secondly, you're going to know what your true purpose is. You weren't born to be a college student in debt. You weren't born to be a tradesperson. You weren't born to be a barista or a clerk or unemployed. You were born to be a member of the resistance. And I get that appeal. I think that's just a natural thing in our world. Our world is fairly empty. We feel empty inside. Now, I feel my emptiness through stuff like this, by doing the podcast. I find this very, very fun. And I feel it through writing and doing artistic stuff and theater and things like that. And I think everyone can feel it some way. However, I think the easiest way to feel it is to daydream about stuff like this. Is there anything wrong with daydreaming? Not at all. If it interferes with your normal life, yes. But just daydreaming and sitting around and thinking, when the Dark Ones finally wage their final assault on this world, the resistance movement, because I've been reading these articles and I've been putting stuff in the comments, because I've been donating to them and buying their books, they know me. They know Jason Carpenter, and I know what's going to happen. So once I start to see the signs, the mass arrests, when the evil ones, the Dark Ones, finally make their big push to take back their planet, and the resistance and the organization and the Agartha Kingdom stand together, I will be the ones in the street standing there saying, "Stop, evildoer. I resist you." And I'll be a hero. But that's not the way the world works. I wish it was. It would be very exciting. That's not the way it works. It's too simple. Too simple even to think that the resistance movement came to Earth from Planet X with the aids of teleportation chambers in December 1999. And I think it's funny how specific that is. You can always sell a lie with specifics. That's one of the first things you learn is you're lying. Where'd you go? I went to the store. What'd you buy? Bread. Versus where'd you go? I went to the store. I bought some bread. And and they gave me the wrong change. And you sell the lie with specifics. I don't think this is true at all. I think you've already probably gathered that. But I don't think anyone's teleporting from Planet X. And this whole article, I mean, there's a whole website. There's a ton of page for this. It looks like they're even running some scam for African children, which is disgusting. Anyways, this I'll go on a little bit more if you need it. The resistance movement, and again, this I think it sells it to the egos of the people who believe this. So let's say that I, Jason Carpenter, I'm 41 years old. I'm a clerk. I'm not, which is all pretty much true. I'm not really doing anything in my life. I feel empty, and I come across this. The resistance movement consists of 3 concentric circles. The inner circle has a few dozen members, which are leaders of the resistance. Only those with extraordinary skills and extraordinary skills and talents, and those that are willing to accept great responsibility can qualify for those positions. Whoa, well, I have extraordinary skills. Sometimes I can remote view while I'm sleeping. And sometimes when I see someone get a look across their face, I can tell they're annoyed by what I'm saying. I think I'm an empath. So right there, that first part, it just builds I'm definitely built for taking responsibility. I will be a leader in the resistance. Okay, or next part, the middle circle consists of hundreds of thousands of, and these are actually their grammar. It's not me misreading it. The middle circle consists of hundreds, thousands of members with special gifts. Okay, so what type of special gifts do you think they're going to list here? When I was reading this the first time, 20 minutes ago, it says special gifts. I'm thinking like remote viewing or ESP or pyrokinesis. No, these are their special gifts. With special gifts for planning, organization, technology, research and development, psychology, medicine, healing, spirituality, creativity, art, music, ... So the middle circle, so this resistance movement has these leaders who have extraordinary skills and are willing to accept great responsibility, which is funny because whenever you get on a plane, they always ask, who do you feel responsible enough to open the door? And I can imagine these people being like, I'll do it. I am a leader in the resistance. But anyway, so then the second tier is people who have special gifts for planning. Who doesn't have a special gift for planning? Like, what makes one person a better planner than the other? But then it just kind of trails off. Medicine, healing, spirituality, have a special gift in spirituality, whatever. At least the first ones I can understand, like you're a really good organizer, you're, I guess, really good planner, you know about technology, but creativity, art, and music, it just is, why? Why? Basically, you make it so broad that anyone can be part of the second circle. How, and it goes on, I'll get to that in a second, I think. I don't know how much time I have left here. Not a lot. So I'm going to go on to this last circle here real quick. The outer circle are army forces. So then I'm like, oh yeah, I don't have a lot of special gifts with creativity, music, or art. And I'm a terrible planner. And I don't have I don't want great responsibility, so I can't be a leader. So the outer circle are army forces. This is where the young guy who wears biker gloves and doesn't own a bike and dresses in all black with the trench coat, he's like, yeah, I'll be in the army forces. That's me. These are not soldiers as we know them on the surface, but experienced interplanetary fighters who do not fight only with blind force, but have reached a high level of spiritual development also. Their purpose is to liberate the surface of Earth from the dark forces and to assist humanity in building a new civilization. Ah, wrestling Dark Ones. Don't get my outfit dirty, though, because I have to take it to the dry cleaner. Going back to what I said a couple episodes, this reads like fan fiction. There's more stuff. I may go into it again. This to me is more irritating than Who Shot John Lennon, because Who Shot John Lennon, he's asking you for money, and I bought his book, but I'd been reading his website for years. This one has the right on the top. It has our donate button. It's running some sort of charity for people in Malawi. Has all these clickbaity ads on it. This is a money-making operation. The Who Shot John Lennon is a guy who is tormented with what he sees as the truth. This is a money-making operation. They're selling people a bill of goods. The Resistance doesn't exist. The Dark Ones doesn't exist. They don't exist. All of this stuff is fake, and people are buying into it, and you're selling people something because they have nothing else. They have that hole in them. And you're taking advantage of that. And that's what pisses me off. That's what pisses me off the most about conspiracy theory stuff. If you want to tell a story, tell a story. Don't sell a story. I'm Jason Carpenter, and this is Dead Rabbit Radio.